Good morning. Oh, another pretty morning. And having that picture book weather, and today's setting up to be more of the same. Let's breathe together. Start with posture and on your back with your legs uncrossed. The floor, the sofa, the bed, maybe your recliner kicked back, comfortable and relaxed. And aware of yourself and your breath. Pulling your breath in through both nostrils, if you can. That nose has a job of filtering and warming and humidifying the air, and pull it in through both nostrils and enjoy the effect. As you pull it in, round up. First your belly. The diaphragm pushes down when you pull the air in and squishes your internal organs and creates a nice little internal massage. Continue pulling the air in and feel your belly round across your rib cage and up into your chest, all the way to the collarbones, and at the top spill it out through both nostrils or through the mouth or both, and feel your body gently lengthen and flatten as the breath flows out. Continue this whole body breath, allowing yourself to release and relax and enjoy the breath. Aware of yourself and notice anything that seems to need your attention. Pull the breath right to that spot and then release and let go of whatever needs to let go. A conversation with your body and your breath. Good. Start today with your feet. Great things these feet are. They're engineering feet, different kind of feet, with all their bones and muscles and tendons and joints. I've been holding this up the whole time. Aware of your feet, and if they're pointing out to the side, bring them so they're pointing straight ahead. They're pointing inward or rolled, straighten them as you continue to breathe that whole body breath. Now point your toes and notice your feet. If you feel any pain, be aware of it and breathe. As long as you continue your breath, you're achieving the effect. Pain's a message that your cells are looking for attention, so give them that attention. And now release your toes. So the idea, practice synchronizing your breath with the movement of your feet. Begin curling your toes just a little bit at a time on the exhale. Hold it in between, and each time you exhale, make the curl of your toes a little more until you get to a point where you think, far enough. And breathe to that point 3 to 5 breaths. And then release. Let's try it. Go a little bit at a time. Inhaling and then exhaling, gently beginning to curl. Inhaling again and curling a little more on the exhale. And keep going until you get all the way to the toes pointed. Release and do it again. A little bit at a time, pointing your toes and curling your foot. The idea is to persuade our bodies, not force it. So if we go a little bit at a time, our bodies catch on. Good. Now on the next exhale, curl your toes and point them, and breathe to that space, those 3 to 5 breaths. Good. Release and relax your feet. Now pull the toes back towards your head and push your heels away. And hold and breathe. Breathe 3 to 5 breaths. Complete rounding up on the inhale and lengthening, flattening on the exhale. And when the breath is complete, release the feet. Good. Now bend your knees and put your feet flat on the surface. Use the heel of your right foot and bring it onto the toe ball on the left foot. Create gentle pressure downward onto the toe ball. Bringing energy and circulation to the area and flattening that area that might be prone to bunions. And hold and breathe 3 to 5 breaths. Good. Now release and wiggle your feet. And then switch and bring the left heel onto the right toe ball and apply gentle pressure with your left heel. Hold and breathe for 3 to 5 breaths. And when the breath's complete, release. Continue breathing the whole full body breath, rounding up, and then gently lengthening and flattening, bringing the air in through both nostrils and pulling it all the way down to the bottom lobes of the lungs where the majority of the blood circulates, and then releasing and letting it flow out, creating that exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. And on the next out breath, at the bottom of the exhale, puff it out 3 times to get rid of the last bit. And then inhale through both nostrils, go all the way to the top, and 3 sniffs at the top to capture that last space and fill it. And do it again, puffing at the bottom and sniffing at the top. Do it 3 times. Creating a balance in the breath, even on the inhale, even on the exhale. Good. And then take advantage of that breath that was used in the research study that showed it had the effect over the 24-hour cycle with only 5 minutes of practice. Breathe in, and at the top do your 3 sniffs, and then let the breath go in a long, audible sigh. Do that 3 times. Perhaps use this as your go-to sequence and take a breath break, like a coffee break, and do your sniff puff breath 3 times and do your long ah breath 3 times and reset your body and your breath and your nervous system. Good. The movement of the long breath as you pull it in, notice how it follows the path of your spinal column as it moves down. And the movement of the breath encourages the pump of spinal fluid. Lots of benefits coming from that, huh? One of them is greater energy, more energy. So continue pulling the breath in and pulling it down, and tracing your way down your spinal column with your breath. And use as your mantra to occupy your mind more energy. Breathing in, rounding up as you trace your way down the spinal column. And then exhaling and letting it flow out with the mantra, more energy. Giving your mind something to do to pull it back onto that track. Rolling your eyes up to the brow point. Focusing and breathing. And continue that breath for 2 more minutes. Inhaling through both nostrils, tracing your way down the spine. And then letting the breath go and using the mantra, more energy. Good. Good. More energy. Quiet. Comfortable. Focused. Eyes rolled up. Breathing in through both nostrils and rounding up. Tracing the path of the spinal column. And on the exhale, the mantra, more energy. Good. You can continue breathing. I'll let the bulls and birds play. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.